Here we have been given a hexagon and we want to convert it into a square of equivalent area. We have taken some arbitrary area, but I have adjusted the sides so that the area becomes this peculiar number, easy to remember, 12345.678. So first we are going to copy this hexagon over here, and then I'll be drawing 3 diagonals like this. Then I'm going to trim these diagonals so that instead of 6 triangles, we are going to have 3 parallelograms like this. We'll fill up this parallelogram, this one, and this one. So now we have 3 solid parallelograms. Then I'm going to take one of them and rotate, say this one over here, and I'm going to rotate it about this point so that this side of it comes and sits here. So now we are having 3 parallelograms stacked in this zigzag crooked kind of stack. But we can correct that. We can take, say, this parallelogram over here and we can move it. And while deforming it, you can notice 2 things. Number 1, I'm not changing the base, and the height is not changing either, because the 2 parallel sides are maintaining the distance between them. So when I do that, I'll get a rectangle and it will necessarily have the same area because the height and base are the same. Let's do the same with this parallelogram and even with this parallelogram. So instead of having that crooked stack of parallelograms, now we have a neat stack of rectangles. But we can measure the area of these 3 rectangles and confirm that it is indeed equivalent to this hexagon. So I'll select these 3 and just click here with the area tool on. So I'm getting 12345.678, the area that we started with. So we are in good shape. I'm going to copy these 3 rectangles now over here, and instead of 3 I'll make a single rectangle out of it. So let me drop them like this and draw a rectangle that encompasses all of them. So now we have a single rectangle. We don't even have to confirm, but we can check that this area 2 is 12345.678. Now we are having these 3 distributions of area. So over here we had a hexagon, we converted that into this crooked stack of parallelograms, and then we converted that into a neat stack of rectangles, and we merged it into a single rectangle. But the area is still preserved. The next step, I'll copy this rectangle over here. I'll be rotating about this point over here so that this side comes and becomes upright. In the next step, we need to draw a circle that has a diameter starting from here and extending up to that point. And then we draw a line from this point of intersection to the base over here. And this is the side of the equivalent square. You can look up the proof by clicking here. But right now we are just going to use that construction. And that's it. We are all set for drawing our square. So this is the square that we need. And we'll measure the area and confirm that it is indeed 12345.678, and there we go. So this is the overview of the process that we undertook. Hexagon to 3 stacked pentagons, then neatly stacked into a rectangle. The rectangle we rotated and did this construction to get the square, all of the same area, 12345.678.